Welcome to Lesson 7. This is part 1 of the lecture on performing arts, and the focus here is drama and theater. In this lecture, a brief introduction to performing arts will be provided, and it will be followed by a brief explanation to differentiate and relate the terms drama and theater. As for the brief history of theater in the West and Philippine theater, 2 videos are provided for watching. The performing arts range from vocal and instrumental music, dance and theater to pantomime, song verse, and beyond. They include numerous cultural expressions that reflect human creativity that are, of course, also found in many other intangible cultural heritage areas. The study and application of performing arts can have a positive influence on various aspects of a person's life, especially young people. The benefits can range from physical, emotional, social, and overall be beneficial to one's life. Some of the key advantages of engaging in performing arts include boosting of self-confidence, growing the imagination, creating empathy, teaching cooperation and team building, improving concentration, overcoming fears, gaining better communication skills, and improving memory and retention. Some of these skills actually are what I expect to see in your final performance. I would love to see members of each group exemplifying cooperation, creativity, confidence, and many more, which are, of course, aside from the obvious demonstration of understanding of the lessons. Many people are quick to assume that theater and drama are interchangeable words. However, although these terms or activities are related to the broader creative platform of performing arts, there are some differences between drama and theater. The prominent difference between drama and theater is that drama is the printed script or text of a play. On the other hand, theater is the entire onstage play production. Another difference is in terms of interpretation. Drama in print may be interpreted in various ways by a reader or by readers because it is the communication between only the author and the reader. In contrary, in theater, the directors, the actors, costume designers, and technicians operate as intermediaries who may of course affect the interpretation of the viewer of an onstage play. Moreover, focusing on drama, drama is a play's printed text, otherwise known as the script. Drama is defined as a branch of theater that essentially helps illustrate an event or situation through acting. Originally derived from the Greek word dran, which means to do or to act, drama can be interpreted in different ways based on the reader or viewer. Drama can also refer to an episode of life that involves some sort of profound emotion or conflict. The term is also most commonly used to define and categorize film, play, TV, and novel genres. Okay, so here is a flowchart that can explain the types of writing and the ways or the natures of drama. So drama can be presented into 2 ways. It may be simply written in text, it's called a play, but once it is performed on stage, it's already considered performing arts. Okay, so the 2 natures of drama are It's performing and literary. I repeat, the two natures of drama are performing and literary. So it may be written simply as a text, considered a play, or it may also be performed on stage to be viewed by a group of audience. There are two types of writing in a play. What are those? A play is not complete without the dialogue among or between characters. So the first type of writing is the dialogue. The second type of writing in a drama piece are the stage directions. Stage directions are those that tell the actors how to move and speak, and they also describe the sets and the props. We will know more about these later. There are many types of drama, but in this lecture, we will only focus on two major types of drama, which are tragedy and comedy. A tragedy shows the downfall or the death of a tragic hero or the main character. In ancient Greek plays, the hero was a good person brought down by a tragic flaw or a defect in character. In modern plays, the hero can be a normal person destroyed by an evil in society. The emphasis in a tragedy is usually human greatness, despite flaws or defects. On the other hand, a comedy often shows a conflict between opposites or between opposite age groups, genders, or personality types. So, focus, conflicts. Typical comedies involve confusion, jokes, and a happy ending. The focus of a comedy is human weaknesses. So the reason why there's confusion, the reason why there are seemingly funny things in a comedy is because there are human weaknesses. A drama or a play is a form of storytelling in which actors make the characters come alive through speech and action. So it is in contrast with a short story wherein it may be simply read while sitting somewhere in a nook on a chair. A drama is meant to be played on stage. And in order to make the characters alive, actors and actresses need to say some things and act things out. How is a play written? The person who writes a play is called a playwright, and a play in written form is called a script. The playwright must write the dialogue, or what the characters say to each other in conversation, as well as the stage directions, which tell how the play is to be performed. Alright, let's talk about the script. In a script, to establish the setting, that part is labeled the scene heading. The scene heading is synonymous to the slug line. These are two the same terms. They mean the same. The slug line marks any change in location or time in a screenplay. Every scene begins with a scene heading or slug line. This is an example of a slug line. You can see here that this is already scene 24. Scene 24 is happening outside, externally, exactly where? At a small eatery in a desert, Moroccan desert. The time? Later than the time in scene 23. In the script, aside from the slug line that provides us with details about the setting, we will also be able to see the names of characters, also stage directions. The stage directions tell us the actions, the emotions, the moods of the characters. Of course, in a script, we will also see the dialogues of these characters. Alright, to discuss further the script or a script for a play, let's talk about how a play is divided. A play is largely divided up into parts or what we call the acts. The number of acts in a production can range from 1 to 5, depending on how a writer structures the outline of the story. The length of time for an act to be performed can range from 30 to 90 minutes. Now, to further divide the acts, there are scenes. So under each act, there may also be several scenes. In classical theater, each regrouping between entrances and exits of actors is a scene. So every time an actor enters or exits a scene, that is considered a scene. While today, it describes a quick change of setting. Okay, so don't forget that the script, okay, a play, is divided into acts. And these sections or parts, which are called the acts, may be even more further divided into scenes. Okay, to visualize and to show you an example, here is an excerpt from a play's script. This is Act 1. Okay, under Act 1, can you see the number or can you determine the number of scenes in this example? So we can see here 2 scenes. Okay, first scene, second scene. Again, scene is determined by the change in setting. Change in setting. Okay, more about the dialogue. What is a dialogue? Dialogue is what the characters say, and it is used to reveal the characters' personalities or their traits. Of course, whatever comes out of a character's mouth, okay, whatever he says or they say, would definitely tell us more about the character who is on stage. In the script or on the script, the name of the character who is to speak is listed usually in bold at the start of a line followed by a column. When a new speaker is supposed to speak, or every time the speaker changes, a new line is started. Dialogue is necessary in order to develop conflict and advance the plot. Of course, imagine characters on stage not saying anything at all and not doing anything at all. So we will not be able to come up with a story. So there has to be dialogue, and other than the dialogue, there also has to be stage directions. Drama is more than just the words on a page. The production of a play involves directing the way the characters move, what they wear, the lighting, and the scenery. These other elements make the story come alive. They also help bring out the characters or the traits of the people on stage. Staging is the practice of putting on the play. Some of the details of staging may be included in the stage directions. However, the director and the producer take what the playwright has described and bring it to life with their own ideas. So sometimes there are alterations. Sometimes the director and the producer would tweak some details in the script, but oftentimes they instead follow what is written by the playwright in the script. Stage directions are notes in the script, usually written in italics and enclosed in parentheses or brackets. They usually describe where and when a scene takes place, the setting, how the characters should say their lines, and how the characters should move on stage. They may explain the character's mood or how the character is feeling. Stage directions may also describe sets, costumes, props, lighting, and sound effects. Stage directions use certain terms to describe the stage. On the next slide, you will be seeing terms relating to stage directions. All right now, so what you are seeing here are basic stage vocabulary or basic stage terms. Now, these are the terms which are often seen in a script. Now, when you see, for example, stage right, okay, for example, you're an actor or an actress, to characterize a character in a play, and then you would be given the instruction to go stage right. It means it's your right side, the actor's right side. If you are instructed to go stage left, to move stage left, it means it is your left. When you are told to go down stage, it's the place nearest the audience, downstage. See there? Downstage right, downstage center, downstage left. So if your director would tell you to go stage left and you're at the center, stage left, it doesn't mean the audience is left, but your left. If someone would tell you to go upstage, it means you need to move away from the audience. This is upstage center, this is upstage right, again your right as an actor, and this is upstage left, which is your left, not the audience's. Okay, center stage. All right, here are some more stage vocabulary or vocabulary words. On stage means the acting area within the set, which is visible to the audience. On stage, visible to the audience. Off stage means the parts of the stage which are not seen by the audience. They are enclosed by the setting. Okay, so where are the off-stage areas? We have here the right wing, the left wing, the crossover, or sometimes it's called the backstage. There you go. The backstage is also known as the crossover, the area behind the setting. The wings, right and left, are the offstage areas to the left and right of the acting area. The house is another name for the audience. It's the auditorium where the audience sits. It is also known as the out front house. The protruding part of a stage is called the apron. The protruding part of a stage is called the apron. Moving on, sets is another element of drama. They are the scenery, backdrops, and the furniture that create the setting, and also it provides the mood, of course. A production may have different sets for different scenes. A one-act play, have you heard of that term? A one-act play is a kind of play that has only one set. So it means to say that in a one-act play, the set is not changed from time to time based on a scene. Okay, instead, you will have there, for example, a living room. So all throughout the play, this will be the only scenery. Okay, this will be the only set to make the story come out or to narrate the story through the dialogues and the stage directions. Okay, an example of a one-act play is yun, The New Yorker in Tondo and Wanted at Chaperone, which are two of the drama pieces that we are going to discuss this term. Next are the props. Obviously, the props are the other things that actors use on stage during the performance to, of course, support the action. Alright, after the elements, we now move on to dramatization, which is actually your requirement. What is dramatization? This happens when a playwright takes scenes, characters, and action from an already existing work, or when a playwright chooses to create a new work and then turns this script into a play on stage. Okay, so that's dramatization. Now, we would be needing cast and crew members in order to perform on stage a written script. The actors and actresses who perform the play are known as the cast, while the people who build sets, manage lighting, or work backstage are called the crew. In your requirement, I expect all members to function equally as both cast and crew members. I am expecting to see everybody in the recording. This is the end of the PowerPoint show. You still have 2 videos to watch to complete the lecture. Please take time to watch those videos. For additional reading materials, you may visit these websites.